Hey and welcome to Tit-Bit Tales, where we bring you the latest scoop. So on today's news, we are going to be talking about the Vault Entertainment and Owami. Owami Nechojaru has a YouTube channel that consists of entertainment content. She is a YouTuber with over 190,000 subscribers on YouTube. She's been in the game for the longest time. She even had a YouTube channel with her husband called Big Guy and Owami. Also, I think she had a good YouTube channel about being a good wife. The beginning of this year, 2021, Owami released a video explaining to the world that she's getting a divorce with Big Guy after spending 10 years with him because he allegedly cheated on her. She then proceeded to say that her divorce will be simple as they didn't have children, so there will be less admin. As the year proceeded, she published a video. In that video, she stated her former husband has been dragging his feet with the divorce proceedings. He is becoming greedy and making demands to the divorce. After that, she gradually issued out story times on her YouTube channel of how she found out she was cheated on, how her in-laws treated her in her marriage, what the in-laws did during her mother's funeral, etc., etc. A YouTuber called Linda Kyle began doing videos dedicated to Owami's whole situation. She even went as far as watching all of their videos from the time they were married till the time they got a divorce. What I love about her channel is that she doesn't spare anyone and she has no filter with what she says. Recently, she did a video on Owami whereby she was talking about the whole situation, and she had mentioned that someone had reached out to her to try to explain both sides of the story, as Owami was only explaining her side. And we all know there are two sides to a story. So an anonymous source that is close to Owami and Big Guy reached out to her to explain everything, and I mean everything.
This is someone that I believe, after speaking to you, I can trust, because all of the information that Owami has put out on the internet about her husband and the divorce, it matches what this person has said to me. Burning question number one, right, that I asked my source. If they knew whether or not Big Guy really cheated on Owami. They said no and yes. They wouldn't consider what happened cheating, because what had happened was Big Guy and Owami were having a lot of issues, right? Don't forget, this is coming from my source, right? One of the issues was that Owami was super duper focused on her YouTube career. But she was focused in such a way that she began to neglect Big Guy in many different ways. And my source witnessed this on multiple occasions. She started to neglect Big Guy. She started to neglect the home. She started to neglect herself. When I say herself, I mean she was neglecting her personal hygiene type of situation, right? This person tells me that Owami was so fixated and fame and money hungry, crazy, to the point where she would go days on end without bathing or cleaning the house. My source tells me that there would be dishes in that house. That's what they witnessed. There would be dishes packed up. The kitchen would be smelly. You know, if you forget a pot of rice and it's hot and it smells kind of sour, like, you need to get rid of that thing. Lockdown rolled in. And then she started telling her husband that, well, since you're not working at the moment, I think it's time that you clean and you wash the dishes and you cook and you do all these things. He was like, okay, fine, we can go 50-50 on the chores. Obviously, I'm at home. But at some point, it got to him. This is what the source says. At some point, it got to him because he was doing majority of the stuff. And most of the vlogs and videos that everybody has seen during the pandemic were all fabricated. As soon as that record button was off, the situation and the environment changed. You guys, my source tells me that this is not the first time that Big Guy and Owami have actually split up. Last year, April or May, when things were starting to get really heated, Owami kicked Big Guy out of their marital home. She kicked him out. And he said, great stuff, I am out of here. But he didn't go to his mother's house as it was said in other videos. He actually went to his uncle's house. But then, you guys, after a few weeks, Owami apparently called Big Guy and said, we have to meet up. She told him that we have to fix things between us. You know, I want you back. The source says that Big Guy was absolutely shocked, right? The source says Big Guy was on some Auntie, aren't we done with this situation? What do you mean you want to reconcile? So after this conversation, big guy apparently felt really bad for Owami because she was crying. And mind you, he still loves this woman. And there's a very interesting reason as to why he was so attached. This source tells me that Owami actually broke big guy's virginity. So he really loved her as she was his first everything. I'm definitely gonna go back home. She was saying, how could you leave me in this big house by myself? You need to come back home, let's fix things. While Owami was begging big guy to come back home, in that time that she was begging him to come back, she had actually already started to plan her escape, plan her way out. The only reason why she asked him to come back home is because she wanted him to pay for the rent and buy the groceries while she was wrapping up her plans to escape. So she asked him to come back home so that she could use him, so that he could pay off the remainder of the rent and the groceries and any other expenses. She went as far as to say that, now that I found these Facebook messages, you're a cheat. And since you're a cheat, you are gonna pay for everything when you come home. My money is not gonna, I'm not gonna spend my money on anything in the house. You're gonna take care of me because you're a man. And that's exactly what a man has to do. And this is your punishment for texting, or rather sexting, other people. But then, Owami's friend was very puzzled when the friend saw big guy coming back. And so, the friend asked big guy, Hore, what are you doing, my nigga? Why are you spending all this money on this house, the groceries? Why are you even back here at this point? You are an idiot. You are stupid.
Anyway.
Big guy was like, why? What do you mean? The friend then says to big guy that you're stupid because Owami has already planned her exit, and the only reason why you are here, or that she came crying back to you, the lady that we have been calling the lady on the side of the road, according to Owami, is not someone that fries meat on the side of the road. So no shade to them. But my source tells me that it's not a lady that was frying meat on the side of the road. Actually, this woman was working in a takeaway shop type of situation where they make food. But Owami embellished the situation to downplay or degrade that woman. I asked my source if they knew whether or not big guy's family approved of Owami or not. That was an absolute lie. And that's one of the reasons why the family went to the mother's funeral. They loved Owami. But when, you remember the story time Owami said to us that big guy and her went to go live at big guy's family home, that when they were staying there, right? In the beginning, everything was fine. The parents loved her. When they were staying there, the source says that Owami was very lazy. Hence, the source said that even when they were at their place, Owami wouldn't bath for days or wash the dishes. So even when she was staying at the big guy's parents' house, that place in Free State, Makai, they didn't have a bathroom or a shower. So they used to bath in dishi, like a squatting, right? And most of the times when she did bath in that dish, she would just get out of the dish and then expect the guy to spill her water. And so the mother and father and family and everybody that was in that yard was like, what the hell is going on? And I do understand that couples help each other out in all situations, but the roles were never reversed. It was never her spilling his water, it was always him bending backwards and spilling her water.
She had ended the segment by saying that she would reveal her source in due time. She then paused on it and covered other segments on the Vault Entertainment. By other segments, I mean topics. Until on the 1st of December 2021, Lynn received an email from Owami's lawyers stating the following.
So Owami's lawyers and Owami have sent me this email, and it says there, we confirm that we act on behalf of Tembuluo Nechuva Zawulu, hereafter referred to as our client or Owami Entertainment, and have instructions to address this letter to you, being me. Our instructions are that on the 13th, 14th and 15th of November 2021, you posted a series of 5 wildly popular videos on YouTube with defamatory statements claiming that Owami was starting to neglect her personal hygiene, not cleaning her house. She would go days on end not taking a bath or a shower, and ran away from home at the age of 16 and dated a much older man. In the YouTube videos, you would proceed to insinuate that it was our client's fault for the delay in her divorce proceedings and that the video she posted on YouTube detailing her divorce was not true and fabricated. Stay with me. The allegations and or statements were defamatory, harmful, and were deliberately published with the intention to injure the personality of clients and undermine her reputation. The defamatory, false, and as stated in your videos, there is no proof of the authenticity of the statement. It goes on to say, the defamatory statements were made on a public platform that our client has a huge following of 192,000, and you have less than 2,000 subscribers. You knew very well that these statements would be widely viewed given our client's high public profile, and as such, the videos have attracted more than 5,000 views, which is more than your viewership on your videos. It's like Owami throwing digs at me like she did before. Additional to the apology, our client intends seeking financial compensation in the form of 50,000 in the form of damages for loss of past or future earnings and actual damage to our client within 7 working days. Should we not receive payment, we will proceed to issue summons against you without further notice to you. In terms of the instructions, we demand that you, Linda Kyle, pay our damages for 50,000 rand. Hold on. For 50,000 rand, issue a public apology for the embarrassment that our client has suffered, and they say they mean her reputation. And then the last page goes on to give me some banking details that I need to pay this 50,000 rand in the next 7 days. Should you fail to pay the above mentioned within 7 days from the date of this letter, summons will be issued against you without further notice. Our client's rights remain strictly reserved, yours faithfully, and they sign the letter off.
Lynn went on and on the 3 videos. On the first video that she had posted, she repeatedly talked about how Owami's suit didn't carry any water, as she had words like, in my opinion, and allegedly. And Lynn went on to say that the voice notes and the evidence will come out. And that's literally the summary of the 23 minutes and 28-second video. However, the ending was a banger, as she reveals who the source is. And the source is Big Guy himself.
Hey guys, Big Guy here. This is just a confirmation that I'm the one who gave Lynn all the audios in WhatsApp and all the information in regards to the divorce. It is me. I am the source.
The following videos that were posted on the Vault Entertainment were her rambling about how Owami was contradicting herself as she's suing her, but then on the other hand, Owami assisted a smaller YouTuber when Marital was suing her. She spoke about having Big Guy as a source, blah 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 blah. I feel like she could have summarized all of that I have said in a 5-minute video, literally, and taken out another video saying, Dear Owami, a rant video. Don't get me wrong, she has powerful content and is very unique, but she can assist us with the time. Let's jump into my opinion about this whole situation. Lynn did exceptionally well in her videos as she gave Big Guy a platform to speak, because Owami has been dragging Big Guy's name in the mud for the longest time. Owami also could have been more matured about her divorce and also say the stuff that she did wrong, because she painted herself as a victim in the whole situation. She released over 15 videos, if not more, about her divorce proceedings, how her marriage was like, how Big Guy is less of a man. Babes went on and on about it. And if you can check her comments on YouTube, you can see that people are constantly telling her to stop talking about her divorce, at least until it's finished. As you could see from my previous video, which I'll link down in the description box to check out how much YouTubers make from their channel. Currently, Owami is making 68,800. When I did that video, she was making around 91,800. So her money has gone down quite a bit. I can even bet my money on it's because of her divorce story times. I had to say though, they are very much cringe-worthy. I feel like Owami is one of those aunts that go to family functions and gossip about people, not even gossiping at this point, but telling them about what they're doing wrong. Whereas she has a lot of things in her closet. And what I had to say about the vault, please keep it up. This is why I'm on this app. Please continue doing the Lord's work. And I'm so looking forward to an evidence video. I hope you are too. If you still want me to cover it once it's up, please do subscribe and comment down below. I enjoy engaging with you guys in the comments box. I'll see you guys on the next gossip video. Bye.